Hello everyone, my today's topic is based on acid, bases and salts. Okay students, before moving into the topic, I want to say some general concepts like education. I want to describe the word education. Education in the sense now the students or anybody is just thinking scoring 98%, 96%, scoring targeting towards the 100%. See, according to me, that is not only the education. If you want to get educated, along with your scores, you need to focus on your attitudes, like how you should behave with the lecturers, how you should behave with your teachers, how you should behave with your parents, and how you should interact with your friends. Particular involvement in all the aspects like games, sports, quiz competitions, or if you are targeting to become a IAS officer or anything, just keep on motivating yourself. Not only IAS officer, you can become a doctor, you can become an engineer, you can become a lawyer, you can become any small businessman, big businessman, driver, anything. But just focus on what you want to become. Just develop the skills along with education. That's what I want to say. Okay, let us move to the topic. My today's topic is based on acid, bases and salts. I think I can describe acid in a single sentence. Like if you take any acids like hydrochloric acid or H2SO4, if you take a small drops of that hydrochloric acid and if you drop that into your hand, what will happen? Your hand will burn, and your hand is getting burned and you will get a different sensation. That is because the acid is very strong. The strongest acid is known as hydrochloric acid or H2SO4, that is sulfuric acid. Okay, this is the function of an acid. We can give another example, like lemon juice. I think you maybe heard about lemon juice. That is also acid. The base is used to neutralize the acid. For example, excess amount of acid is present. For the neutralization, you need base. Here also, for example, you may heard about acidity. Acidity, you may have heard in the newspaper or in the news or in the TV advertisement. Acidity, use the particular tablets or anything. So that is the thing. If your body is in your body, you are having hydrochloric acid in the stomach for the digestion purpose. So if your body is more acidic, then you will get the acidity. To remove that acidity, you should add some base. Okay, this is the function of base. And salt. Salt means if an acid or a base combine together, then you will get the salt as a product. Whatever your salt is NaCl, that is called as stable salt. Whatever you are using in your home for the cooking purpose and for anything, that is said to be a salt. That is the function of acid, base and salt. Okay, now I am to show you one screen. Just see this one. I will give 1-2 second time. Just take a snapshot if you need it. Okay, let us continue. See, explaining here the concept of acid and base with a taste and changing color. Acid, which are sour in taste, and color change is from blue litmus to red in color. Okay, just remember, acid are sour in taste and they will change the color from blue to red litmus. Okay. Second one is base. They are bitter in taste and they will change the color from red litmus to blue. Okay, this is based on how to determine this color change with the help of indicators. Indicator in the sense, have you seen the police vehicle? I think in the vehicle at the front you have seen one siren. Siren will get sound and you will get some colored light. Okay. If a police vehicle is moving nearby you, what it indicates? That vehicle is moving and you will get to know that vehicle is moving. So that is an indicator based on that light and sound. So that is the function of indicator. Here also, when you consider indicator, indicator is a thing or an indicator which determines whether it is acid or base. There are two types of indicator. One is natural indicator, along with that another one is synthetic indicator. Natural indicator means which is obtained naturally, like the water, the air, these are present naturally. So that is natural. So here also anything which is obtained naturally is said to be natural indicator. Example, turmeric and litmus, which are obtained naturally, is said to be natural indicator, and synthetic like methyl orange and phenolphthalein. These are called as synthetic indicator. Another one is that, see, these indicators are determined from your eyes, like color change is observed, and with your ear you can determine the sound change. But we are dealing with olfactory indicator. Here we can observe the change in smell. That type of indicator are said to be olfactory indicator. Example: vanilla, onion and clove. Okay, next one is how an acid or base react with the metal. When an acid or base react with the metal to give rise to salt plus hydrogen gas. I have given one example. This is the base. Base, that is sodium hydroxide, reacting with the metal. Metal is zinc. So we will get sodium zinc oxide plus hydrogen. When an metal carbonate or metal hydrogen carbonate reacting with the acid, what you will get? You will get salt plus carbon dioxide and water. See, I took the example for metal carbonate, that is sodium carbonate. When it is reacted with acid, hydrochloric acid, so you should get salt. So sodium chloride is a salt and water along with that carbon dioxide. This is when you consider the example for metal carbonate. Next one, when you take the example of metal hydrogen carbonate, that is sodium hydrogen carbonate treated with hydrochloric acid, so you will get sodium chloride as a salt along with that water and carbon dioxide. How to obtain this metal carbonate or metal hydrogen carbonate? See, I need calcium carbonate. What will happen? Passing carbonate gas involved through limestone. Take the limestone, pass the carbon dioxide gas which obtained from this equation, pass that to the limestone. So you will get calcium carbonate along with that water as a byproduct. Okay. When you again pass the carbon dioxide and add water to the calcium carbonate, so you will get calcium hydrogen carbonate. So you got metal carbonate and metal hydrogen carbonate. Okay, now we are to study how an acid or base react with each other. See, when you consider any acid or base, take example of hydrochloric acid as an acid, base is sodium hydroxide. What will happen if an acid or base react with each other? The product form is salt and water. So salt is sodium chloride because we took the acid as HCl and base as NaOH. So we will get sodium chloride plus water. Next one is what will happen when a metallic oxide react with acid or non-metal oxide will react with acid. The product will be salt and water in both the equation, like metallic oxide and non-metallic oxide. You can take sodium hydroxide is a metallic oxide reacting with HCl, so you get NaCl plus water, that is metallic oxide. And non-metallic oxide, you can take an example, non-metallic oxide when reacted with the base, so you will get salt and water. Another thing you may get for 1 mark question, which is the common factor in both acid and base. So you can name it as hydrogen, which is common in both acid and base. Okay, next one is when an acid or bases react with water solution, what will happen? I think you took the snapshot. See, acid is hydrochloric acid reacting with water, so you will get H3O plus ion and Cl minus, that is chlorine ion. See how this H3O plus is formed? Hydrogen H plus ion is reacted with water, so you will get this particular H3O plus ion. Okay, what will happen when a base is diluted with water? See, base is sodium hydroxide reacted with diluted with water, so we will get sodium and hydroxide ion. When a potassium hydroxide, that is also diluted in water, you will get potassium and hydroxide ion. And when you take magnesium hydroxide, that is also diluted with water, so you get magnesium and hydroxide ion. This is the reaction between when an acid or bases reacted with water. Okay. Next one, some of the words you should remember, like alkalis. Alkalis means when we can take the example of any base which are soluble in water are said to be alkalis. Any bases which are soluble with water are said to be alkalis. And exothermic. I think you should remember this word exothermic. Exothermic means heat is released to the atmosphere during the reaction. Such reactions are said to be exothermic reaction. So all these acids and bases are exothermic reaction. And neutralization reaction. See, neutralization reaction means when acid or base react with each other, you will get salt and water. So I can take one example. HX combined with neutralization reaction. I can give an example. HX plus HOH. This is a acid. This is a base. When acid and base react with each other, you will get salt and water. So I can take HCl reacting with NaOH. So we will get NaCl plus water. See where the actual reaction is formed. This is where the neutralization of an equation takes place. Such reactions are said to be neutralization reaction. Okay, another one is dilution. See, I think you may heard about dilute hydrochloric acid or dilute H2SO4. And you may heard about concentrated H2SO4, concentrated HCl. See, concentrated means the ions are very compactly arranged over there. When you add some water to that particular concentrated solution, it is said to be diluted, or the reaction is said to be dilution. Understood? When any concentrated acid is added water, such reactions are said to be dilution. Acids and bases mainly related to pH. pH in the sense potentio in German language. Okay, fine. Here I have written 0 to 14. See, now we should determine what is the pH value. I think you may have heard about the pH of an acid is around 5, or the pH of a salt is around 7, 14, below that 12. So how they will determine the pH value? See, if the pH value is between 0 to 7, that type of solution is said to be acidic solution. If a pH is between 0 to 7, that solution is said to be acidic solution. If it is between 7 to 14, such type of solution is said to be basic solution. Okay? And what if the value is 7? If the value is exactly 7, such solution are known as neutral solution. I think you are clear. If a solution should be acid, the pH value should be between 0 to 7. If it should be a base, then the value should be, pH value should be between 7 to 14. If it is exactly 7, such solution are said to be neutral solution. See, I have given here, I have written some examples. See, gastric, the pH value is 1.2. So, can you determine whether it is acidic or basic? So, this is around here. So, it is acidic in nature. If the lemon juice, the pH value is 2.2. So, this is acidic solid in nature. Pure blood, the pH value is 7.4. 7.4 means it crosses the neutral solution. So, it is around here. So, that is basic in nature. And milk of magnesium, the pH value is 10. Exactly 10. So, that is also basic in nature. Sodium hydroxide, the base usually normally used. Sodium hydroxide, the pH value is 14. So, that is it is a basic solution. In this way, we can determine whether it is acidic, whether it is basic, or whether it is a neutral solution. Importance of pH in day-to-day life. In that, are plants and animals pH sensitive? pH means you understood how to determine the pH. The question is whether plants or animals are pH sensitive. Definitely, even plants and even animals, they require particular pH. For example, the normal human body consists of pH of 7 to 7.8. That is the pH required by our body. And for example, I think you may heard about acid rain. Acid rain, if the pH is less than 5.6, then it occurs. Normal rain, the pH is around 5.6. But if the range is less than 5.6, then the acid rain will occur. Okay, if acid rain occurred in the environment, what will happen? These rainwater move into the aquatic water area. Then they will start creating problems to the aquatic animals or aquatic any living organisms. This is the causes of pH changes in the animals and plants. Okay, next one is backwater soil. See, backwater in the sense, I think you have seen ocean or sea. The sweet water moving into that particular sea or ocean. Before reaching that, some area is created for the backwater. For excess ocean or sea water will enter into that backwater, and our normal salt water is also entering into that backwater. That is the presence of backwaters. Actually, it is very interesting when you study about the backwater. Here also, that required particular pH to be maintained over there. Moreover, in that area, neutralization reactions takes place. Along with that, a good pH is present for the aquatic. I think you may heard about in backwater, a good resources of all the diversity is present in that particular area. So this is about backwater soil. And digestive system. I think in human, it is explained about human digestive system. If you feel like sometimes if in your body the food is indigested, that is not properly digested, what will happen? You will feel like irritation or pain. At that time, what the solution for that? The solution is your parents or anybody, doctors, what they will suggest, add some base to your stomach, so it will be neutralized. Here also, the acidic condition is present in your body. Which is the acid present in human body? That is hydrochloric acid. To neutralizing the acidic condition, antacid is added along with the base. Then next one is tooth decay. I think when you are in a very small age, you would have crossed this age, like decay of tooth. The normal pH is around 5.5. If the pH is below 5.5, what will happen? Your mouth will become more acidic. So, all the food, whatever you are consuming, it is broken up into so many pieces. Along with that, your tooth also started decaying. This is due to excess acidity in your tooth. Okay. And self-defense by animals and plants. I think this is a peculiar character. Like if you heard about honeybee, for example, if you see some honeycomb, what you will do? You start at least staring at it. Sometimes if you throw the stone to that honeybee, what will happen? That honeybee will come and sit in your hand. Not only sit in your hand, it will bite with their mouth. It will start biting. So at that situation, the acid is released to your body. So that will create irritation in the body. You can have a look on or you can take a snapshot. Okay, we are into the end of the concept. How the chemicals are obtained from the common soil. Okay. See, one of the chemical is that if you read the textbook, it is more clear. I am just briefing off sodium hydroxide, how it is formed. See, sodium chloride combined with water to give rise to sodium hydroxide along with chlorine and hydrogen is released. So here also you can take the particular equation and bleaching powder. I think you should study the importance of bleaching powder, baking soda, washing powder. Okay, I will just make a slide of that at the end of this chapter. You can refer those things. And along with that, you should remember another equation. I think you have seen plaster of Paris. It is called as POP. It is interior decorative item. See how it is formed. There is another equation for POP. I am saying about gypsum. So this is said to be plaster of Paris. That is POP. And this is gypsum salt. When your particular POP is treated with 1.5 mole of water, so you will obtain a gypsum. Okay, so we are completed the second chapter, acid, bases and salt, and I will give some important points or important topics that the question may arise in this 2020.